We understand. It slowly creeps up on you. First, you start off with a cruise or two a year, perhaps on one of Royal Caribbean's newest ships. Then before you know it, your entire life revolves around your upcoming cruise vacation. Some might even call you a Royal Caribbean Cruise Addict. I'm DB from EatSleepCruise.com, and the Princess and I have put together this simple test. Answer yes to more than half of these questions, and we're happy to inform you that you're officially addicted to Royal Caribbean Cruises. Whether it's 365 days away or just 10 days to go, you have that cruise countdown going. The exact number of days until your next Royal Caribbean cruise is on your work calendar and all of your social media accounts. Yes, your coworkers probably even joke around by asking you, when is your next cruise? That is why you know exactly how many days, hours, and minutes you have left until your embarkation day. Some cruisers can't wait until their next trip to Royal Caribbean's private islands. In between sailings to these two resorts, you might even break out your blender to create some of the island's signature drinks, including the Labadoozy and the Coco Loco. Yes, these drinks taste a little bit sweeter when you have someone else making them for you, but sometimes you just can't wait that long. The most addicted Royal Caribbean cruisers take a piece of the ship back with them. Many of them collect mini replicas of the Royal Caribbean cruise ships or ornaments and display them throughout their homes. We proudly display ornaments of all the ships that we've sailed on over the years on our vacation Christmas tree. We can point each ship out, tell you when we sailed on her last, and where we visited during the cruise, which actually takes us to the next symptom. You're always ready to dispense some of your Royal Caribbean knowledge. Perhaps you're telling newbies about the differences between the Voyager-class ships and the Freedom-class ships, or you can relive the major announcements about Project Genesis. When it comes to deck plans, restaurants, and entertainment on all of Royal Caribbean's different ships, you're a walking encyclopedia. You scour the internet to learn as much as you can about the newly announced ships, refurbishments, and it's your mission to sail on them all. Speaking of knowing the names of the ships, those real Royal Caribbean Cruise addicts are also familiar with some of the most famous onboard amenities and can describe them to you by heart. They've ridden down the Ultimate Abyss dry slide, and they've survived many perfect storms. These Royal Caribbean true at hearts have had drinks shaken up by bionic bartenders, they've rocked out in the music hall, and they've soared way above sea level in North Star. For those Royal Caribbean addicts, getting to experience everything on a ship during every sailing is a must. Diamonds are not just a girl's best friend. For Royal Caribbean cruise addicts, the word diamond has special meaning. Cruisers who can't get enough of Royal Caribbean know all too well the levels of the Crown and Anchor Society, and you count down the points until you hit the next major milestone. Of course, there's the coveted 700-point threshold, which would put you in the pinnacle class. You dream one day that you'll be the most salted cruiser on a ship, and you are secretly envious of the famous Super Mario. While at sea, you don't have to worry about the bill. Your waiter in the main dining room is happy to serve you 2 entrees after you've already doubled up on starters. Going for that extra round of drinks after the show is no problem, as you probably have the deluxe beverage package. But back on land, things are a bit different. Restaurants that don't float have these things called prices on the menus. If you don't monitor them, you might be in for a shock once the bill arrives. When you started cruising, you took advantage of the extra onboard credit to book your next year's vacation while at sea. Then you started putting down additional deposits during the RCI promotions. When you log into your account, you have a series of cruises scheduled out for the next couple of years. Yes, that catchy tune from the Wash Your Hands song on Royal Caribbean ships is stuck in your head. Royal Caribbean cruise addicts have heard it so many times that they can easily recite the song sans music. Not that it's a chart topper, but the omnipresent song has become ingrained in your memory. Royal Caribbean cruise addicts are accustomed to finding a freshly made bed with a friendly towel animal ready to greet them when they come back to their room. Even though you can use the Royal IQ app, Royal Caribbean fans also can't wait to sift through the paper copy of the cruise compass delivered each evening. True addicts probably even collect their cruise compasses and have them organized in piles back home, just like we do. Those true Royal Caribbean Cruise Addicts are inundated with updates all across social media. Yes, you follow several different Royal Caribbean Cruise accounts on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You get your daily news and updates from our friend Matt at the Royal Caribbean blog. You even stalk Nick Weir's Twitter account to see if there are updates on the latest entertainment. You probably joined a ton of different Facebook groups that are based on Royal Caribbean and even the individual ships. There are familiar names and faces sharing tips, stories, and discussing everything about Royal Caribbean that you're on a first name basis with. Yes, you might be addicted to Royal Caribbean if your social media accounts are overrun with RCI updates, photos, stories, and videos. There you have it. Those are our top signs that you are addicted to Royal Caribbean cruises. But of course, we would love to hear from you. Share with us some of your addicted symptoms down below in the comment section. I'm DB from EatSleepCruise.com, and if you enjoyed this video, we'd really appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe down below and check the notification icon. That way you're updated every week when we put out a brand new cruise video. You can also find us all over social media at Eat Sleep Cruise, and thanks again for watching.